Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Salazar Insight. Today's episode is called As We Get Used to a New Way of Living. Well folks, it's real. As you know, we're dealing with this pandemic that is affecting us across the nation and across the world. And it's something that we cannot be thinking about how we got here and what happened and what led to all this. The fact of the matter, it's happening now and we need to think of a way of what we can do to help us get through this. Because you know that one way or another, we will get through this. So we have to make sure that we're doing what we're being asked to do as far as social distancing, staying at home, all the things that we really don't want to do. But it's important if we're going to be able to get through this successfully. And again, as Americans, we've always gotten through everything that have been put through ours. But what I want to give you today is 4 takeaways for you to consider personally. The first one is turning challenges into opportunities. As we all know, these are very challenging times in many ways. For many people, for some more than others. For those that are directly impacted by this and have lost people or are dealing with family members that are very sick, thoughts and prayers for those folks. But for the rest of us that are still, for the most part, healthy and trying to live a normal life, we need to make sure that we're taking advantage of these situations in a good way. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what are you doing to take this challenging time and make it an opportunity? What do I mean by that? Give you a quick example. If you commuted to work, which you can't do right now, if you were spending 10 minutes going to work and 10 minutes coming back to work, that's 20 minutes a day that you used to commute. That's that's 100 minutes a week. So with that extra hour and a half, a little bit more, what are you doing with that time? Are you taking that to do something new, something different for yourself, taking that as an opportunity? It's something for you to consider. And I know it's like, so, well, things are really changing now and I have the kids at home and I have a lot of things to do and these things are very difficult and I can't do something new. Well, again, folks, we're just giving ourselves excuses instead of looking at a way that we can make this an opportunity. And by the way, for those of you that have like an hour commute, which I know some of you do, that's 2 hours a day. That's 10 hours a week, folks. You've gotten back. What are we doing for 10 hours? Right, hopefully we're not, spending our time on Facebook, Instagram, looking at all the new memes that are out there, all these things. I mean, you'd be surprised how much time you spend on that, right? So again, what I'm asking you to do is take this as an opportunity to do something new for yourself, even if it's a time to, catch up on your reading, or do something different. Make the best of the time. Now, next thing, status check. What do I mean by that? Well, in public safety, in fire EMS, and in law enforcement, when units are operating on a scene, after a certain amount of time, dispatch will get back on the air, call the unit and say, status check. And basically what that is just dispatch asking, hey, everything okay? Anything going on? You guys need anything? Well, folks, I want you to do a status check on the people around you, your friends, your family. As we go through these challenging times, it's important to reach out and just check up on people and see how they're doing. Just if you want to send a text or a phone call, it's all very helpful. At home, it's also very important when everyone is locked in the house and everyone is in their own little corner trying to find their own little space and doing things, and you're hoping, kids are trying to get some schoolwork done and your work and, your spouse is doing work. Every so often, it's important to do a status check. How are you doing? Because these are challenging times and they can take a toll mentally, psychologically, and sometimes we just forget. Oh, you know what? The kids are quiet, they're doing work, that's awesome. How are they dealing with this? And the same thing with people, with adults, with family and loved ones. So please, status check. Next thing, during these tough times, it's important to have gratitude. Be grateful, be thankful. When you're in the house with your family, be thankful to anything that gets done, whether it be your kids, you ask them to do something, say thank you. For your spouse, for your wife, even though, these are everyday things. I mean, mom cooks every day, right? And sometimes we just forget that during these times where there's a lot more stress, just to give them that little extra thank you or how can I help goes a long way. All these little things, no matter how small, an extra thank you will go a long way. If you see someone, if you go out shopping, say thank you to the person at the register that's there so that you can make your purchase. If you see the postman, say thank you. And if you happen to run into any firefighter, paramedic, police officer, please say thank you. Doctors, nurses, that's all important. We have to show our gratitude. And the last and probably most important thing that I want to leave you with is share your love. During these challenging times, it's very important that we share love with everyone. with your family, with your friends. And I know there's social distancing, so we can't give hugs and kisses. And I'm not talking about that all the time, but just make sure that people know that they're loved. You know, it is okay to hug your kids, to hug your spouse. You know, that is acceptable. But we all need love. And during these challenging times, more than ever, people need to make sure that they feel that they're loved, that they're cared for, that they're important, and that they're special. These are little things that you'll be surprised will help us get through these very tough times. Now, I hope you consider these. I hope you find this helpful. As always, remember what I say, learn to live, live to learn. I hope you enjoyed this. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and share this with others so that we can get through this together. Thank you. Be safe. Talk to you soon.